Hey, Silver Peeps, fellow Gen Xers. So in this video, guys, I wanted to share with you guys 9 healthy habits that I am adding to my Silver life or my Gen X life, whatever you want to do, for my second act that I think is going to improve my overall health. So as I mentioned before, guys, I am not a medical advisor. This is not medical advice. This is something that I am doing to improve my overall health. If you find something that I am talking about and you want to add it to your life, then feel free to do it after you do your due diligence or you talk to your doctor about adding it to your life. The first thing that I'm doing is I am cutting out carbs or cutting down on carbs and cutting out sweets. Now, this has been challenging because my whole life, guys, I grew up on processed diet, ate a bunch of carbs, and I loved sweets. But as I've gotten older, I've noticed that I've tried different types of diets, which was carnivore, keto, and then the standard American diet, which was what I grew up on. And the past couple years, maybe about 2 years ago, I switched over to keto and really been cutting out as much as I could about carbs and sweets. And the one thing that I've noticed is that I feel a lot better when I don't have sweets and as many carbs as normal. Now, I could never go completely plant-based. I love my meat, and I think meat is so important, especially as you get older, especially women. We lose a lot of muscle mass, and I think having some type of protein in your diet, whether that's through meat or whatever, however you want to get your protein, I think it's so important. And me, I love hamburgers, I love steaks. I could never do without it. So I am just cutting out carbs and sugar. And if you're interested in learning more about how to take better care of your health, I recommend following Dr. Burge on YouTube. And I will put a link to all these different types of information where I've gotten the information and different links to social media to help you get further information to this stuff if you want to pursue it and learn more about it. So Dr. Burge is one that I follow on YouTube, and he talks about different health things as far as like barefoot, keto, and different types of health stuff. He's more of a holistic doctor where you take care of yourself and you learn how to take care of yourself through diet, exercise. So that's one of the reasons that I really like him, because I am not a huge fan of going to the doctor for everything. As a matter of fact, I avoid going to the doctor because not only don't I really have good medical insurance, I just don't want to be the type of person who pops a pill for everything. I truly believe that just by learning how to eat the right foods, taking better care of yourself, I do think that you can prevent a lot of issues, because I think the body is meant to heal itself. And then number 2, guys, is barefoot and foot strength. I'm really getting hardcore into barefoot and foot strength. And the reason being, I think that I got started with this was because, as I've told you guys several times, I work at Home Depot. I walk on concrete flooring, and that kills my feet. So after listening and watching several YouTube videos, one of the ones that I recommend is, I think their channel's called Barefoot Strength, and they talk about different exercises that you can do to strengthen your feet, which when you strengthen your feet, which are the foundation of your body, so when you have strong feet, you're going to benefit from strong knees, back, and hips, so you won't have to worry about those type of issues. Of course, if you've been in standard traditional shoes your whole life, chances are you're probably dealing with foot problems like flat feet, pronation, and all these other types of foot ailments. So it will take a while to get your feet stronger, but that is something that I am doing in my 50s or my silver life. Now that I'm getting ready for retirement, it's something that I want to do to be able to not have to worry about so much about going to the doctor or dealing with all kinds of ailments from things that I could have taken care of if I would have taken care of myself as a younger me. And then number 3, guys, is flexibility and balance. As we get older, we tend to lose our flexibility. We tend to fall more often, especially as you get older in your 60s or 70s. My partner's mother is in her 70s, and she fell in her kitchen and ended up having to go to the doctors and fractured her sacrum. So it is so important to work on your flexibility and your balance, and that is what I'm doing. So I'm not a member of any yoga class or anything like that, because as you know, I am frugal. I don't like to spend a lot of money. I do spend more money on my health, but I still haven't found a good yoga class. And plus, I don't have time to do that with me working on this YouTube channel and then working at Home Depot. So I don't have the time to go to a yoga class. But there are several yoga channels that you can watch for free on YouTube. And one of the ones that I recommend is Yoga with Adrian, I believe is the name of the channel. And I'll link it again below, guys. All these links that I'm talking about in this video, I will link it below. So that way, if you want to check it out, you can do that. And I've done her yoga for a bit as well. And there's another one that I really like. And I think the channel's called Strength Side. And they do all kinds of different natural movements that I'm really getting more into, that is improved my flexibility as well too. But it's something that I need to work on because I do sit a lot with me working on these YouTube videos, and then sitting and watching TV, I can feel the tightness in my hip flexors and other parts of my body that just need to be that not only need to be strengthened, but need to be stretched out so that I can move more freely. And then number 4, guys, is intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting. So I am a hardcore fan of intermittent fasting, and I just did my first 36-hour water fast earlier this week. But on a regular basis, guys, I do intermittent fasting and then just do one 36-hour fast once a week. And the reason I do this is because there have been several studies that have shown that intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting are both beneficial. And I have done tons of research before I dove in, and I will share some links to the intermittent fasting. But one book that I recommend if you are interested in getting started or learning more about intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting is Fast, Feast, and Repeat by, I don't remember the name of the author, but I did buy that book, and it is down below. I think her name is Jen Stevens. I think that's what her name is. I don't remember, to tell you the truth, but I don't have the book in front of me. It is on Kindle, but I do have a link down to the book below, and there are several fantastic videos on intermittent fasting. And actually, Dr. Burge, the one that I mentioned earlier, he goes a lot and covers over topics on intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting and how to do it, how to break the fast and everything. So if it is something that you are thinking about doing and learning more about the benefits, especially as we age, guys, as I said, I am a huge proponent of taking care of your health right now. So that way, when you get older, you don't have to deal with a bunch of health issues. And you can watch Dr. Burge and several other. I think another really good one on intermittent fasting is Dr. Mindy Pelz. She is geared more towards fasting for women. She has a podcast as well as a YouTube channel that you can learn from. And then number 5 is removing negativity. There is negativity everywhere if you let it affect you, guys. And I chose to stop watching the news, I don't know, about 2 years ago. I haven't watched the news. I do keep up with the headlines on the internet if I feel like I need to learn something, but honestly, I don't think anything really traumatic is going to happen if you don't watch the news for a while. And since not watching the news, guys, I don't have to worry about hearing about gun shootings, violence, or anything like that. And when you hear about all that different type of stuff, it's so easy to let it affect you negatively. And also, not only that, but I also watch out who I hang out with, because when you hang out with people who are so negative, it's so easy to let them influence your thoughts, your behaviors, and your actions. So I watch who I hang out with, because we all have heard that saying, birds of a feather flock together. So make sure that you pay attention to who you hang out with. If somebody is rubbing you the wrong way and their negativity is rubbing off on you, then maybe it's time to stop hanging out with that person so much. Even if it's a family member, doesn't mean you have to go visit that family member all the time. You don't have to cut them out completely, but you can decrease the amount of time that you go and spend with them. And then number 6, guys, is positive mindset. So I try to be positive about everything, because I realize that life could be a lot worse than what it is right now. Not that I have a bad life, but it could be a lot worse. And so instead of saying that I have to do something, I say that I get to do something. So for instance, guys, you know that I lost over $45,000 online in the past year. It did affect me when I first lost the money, but now that I had to go get a job because I'm trying to have a more stable income, because with the online income, it's so sporadic. Instead of saying that I have to go to work, I now say that I get to go to work. So I feel blessed that I get to go to work at Home Depot, not only because they did hire me, it took me a long time to get hired, but the fact that they did hire me because I am older. So I'm trying to be more positive, and not only that, guys, but number 7 is I'm trying to be more grateful for everything in my life. I know it's so easy to get hung up on the fact that I'm late to saving for retirement. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have a house, I'm living in a duplex, anything that is I can be ungrateful for. But the truth is that I have my health, I have my wealth, I have a roof over my head, I have a partner who loves me, I have the things that matter the most to me. So I am grateful and try to remember to be grateful for everything in my life, even if I constantly am striving for more, or striving to get this YouTube channel off the ground, or striving. I cannot forget to take the time to be grateful for what I do have. And then number 8 is not caring what others think about me. So this took a long time to get to this point. And I know people used to say it all the time. As you get older, you eventually stop caring what people think about you. To some extent, I don't think I've gotten completely there, but I'm trying to get to the point where I don't care what people think about me. If you don't like me, then that's fine. Life is too short to care what other people think about me. So if you are struggling to get over the fact of what people think about you, then you got to remember, you're probably thinking that person's thinking about you, but the truth is, when people think that, most people don't even care, and they don't even realize that you're there. Most people have other issues on their mind, and they're too worried with their own issues to think about what you're doing, or who you are, or what you're wearing, or whatever. So if you're letting other people affect how you feel, it's time to stop. And I know it takes a little while to get to that point. It took me a long time to get to this point, because when I was younger, I always thought people were thinking about me. And it wasn't until I heard somebody say, you know what, people are so worried and engrossed with their own life that they probably don't even realize that you're there. And that's true. So if that's you, just consider that. And number 9, guys, is relaxing more. So I have a type A personality, especially with me trying to grow this YouTube channel, and then working at Home Depot, and then always trying to just stay busy. I used to get to a point where I felt so bad if I was taking time off and relaxing. Well, as I'm getting older, I'm a Gen Xer, as you know, I'm trying to just go with the flow and just really learn how to relax. Now, this doesn't mean that I sit on the couch and watch TV or binge watch Netflix or anything like that. I don't. I get bored of watching TV, but I'm trying to just take time for myself and relax. This means that sitting down with a good book, spending time outside, going for walks, things like that. I just enjoy just relaxing now. And it wasn't something that came easy for me. It was something that I had to work at. So anyway, guys, these are the 9 things that I'm instilling into my life, especially as I get older. And as you know, guys, I am a Gen Xer. I am late to saving for retirement, but I do think that learning how to take care of your health and yourself will not only help you wealth-wise, but it will help your overall health and lifestyle as you get older. So guys, let me know down in the comments below, have you picked up any health habits as you get older and as we reach retirement age? Let me know down in the comments below. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, click on that subscribe button so that you can be notified whenever I put out a new video. And also, guys, if you are new to this channel and all I've been talking about is wealth, check out this video right here on why I'm now talking about both health and wealth, because I do think they are extremely important as we age and get ready towards retirement. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and thanks for stopping by.